All right, so we are here at Peachtree Rock Heritage Preserve. These ferns are pretty neat. Looks like they did a controlled burn in the area recently. Say hey, Sammy Cam. Got our first rock outcroppings here in the trail. I think this is some of that limestone they were talking about in the description of the trail.
You could have hit me.
Come on, guys.
You hit me.
Our first little water path. There we go. Nice little footbridge here. That's pretty neat right there. You can imagine a little kid finding this and just having themselves a good old time. Pretty neat. Gives you some size references. Samuel walks up.
I'm keeping it.
Little piece of limestone.
Yeah.
There we see Cameron up there on the rock. Give you some reference to scale as to how large the rock cropping is.
I'm 5'6", even. Just more than 5'6".
Oh boy. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Pretty neat dragonfly, if I can get that on video. Oh yeah, nice dragonfly. And then it goes back down through the rocks here. There's a little waterfall across the way from us here. I think there's the toppled Peachtree Rock. Get a film of you guys walking through there.
I'm not wide enough to get stuck. What? I said I'm not wide enough to get your shoulders hit it. Mine just slipped right through.
I think that was the Peachtree Rock that was toppled.
That's a big rock. You're getting knocked over.
Yeah, they've got it roped off.
Wow. Yeah, I don't believe a hooligan knocked that one down.
Erosion? Yeah. Erosion's what formed it.
No, it said it knocked it down too. Erosion can break away at that. So where's the waterfall at?
I don't. It's over there to the left. I can see it now.
No, I think that is the rock. People go in there and ride on it. Got that song stuck in my head now because of you. What did I do? I don't know. well.
You can see a lot of these rock outcroppings. From where we're standing, this one right here is a good 20 feet up. I don't know if you can catch that on the video, but it's about 20 feet up. Somebody helped make a little bridge here. Surprisingly, it works. So this is pretty much the fall line in South Carolina. This is pretty much the last fall line headed south, southeast in South Carolina. So we're at the last true waterfall, except for the ones that have been built up and man-made, like the ones at Poinsett, which is a spillway out of the Poinsett Pond. You got a pretty good height reference there with Cameron standing there. So here we are behind the waterfall.
Why are you breaking it? I'm not trying. I don't want to try off that.
We are behind the little waterfall here at Peachtree Rock. We were adventurous. We climbed up this little ledge here and crawled literally. But it's much more accessible once you get up here to simply just come from this side, which is the way we'll exit.
Throw Smeagol. Throw it, Smeagol.
There we are. So we climbed up the ledge here. So we're up above Peachtree Falls. I assume it's called Peachtree Falls. Peachtree Rock Falls.
Free J, hey, do not need it. Free everybody. They do nothing.
And here's the other route that we could have come up. So we're on top of a pretty neat rock outcropping, on top of the trail. You can see some more rocks over here. You kind of see where the trail goes as well. So we're in Lexington County, Peachtree Rock Heritage Preserve. One of the last little drop-offs on the fall line, leaving the Piedmont, going down into the coastal plains of Carolina. And this is well worth the visit, especially if you're from the low country and you're used to driving a few hours to get to some of the mountainous areas of our state. This is kind of like a little midway point that gives you the feel for a nice mountain hike without the distance it takes to drive up to the Blue Ridge. Very similar to 40 Acre Rock over in Kershaw County, which has some similar features with the waterfall and so forth. I believe this is limestone and 40 Acre Rock is granite. Very neat. Very neat.
Wow.
You can see from a lot of these rocks where the Peachtree Rock got its shape from erosion.
Okay.
As the bottom was wore away with rainwaters, eventually to the point that led to its topple. We're going to hopefully see little Peachtree Rock after we continue down the trail here. So after you leave the fire break on the far side of the walking park, you start coming to these little hilltops, and they kind of have like these little rocky soil spots. So you can see the rocks as you approach them. The cool thing is, once you crest the hill, there are other ones. So you get the sense of these little hilltops, these sandy, rocky hilltops. And you can see like the flow of the hills down from the high point over towards the little gully. And you can see the top of the ridge out across the gully. We can feel the breeze blowing pretty well up here too.
Rain. I felt raindrops. Yeah, I felt it raining.
That's neat.
It's raining. Oh, we're almost there. It's raining.
And some of these trails I think are more or less fire breaks also.
We're not invited to the barbecue.
You can see the triangles on some of the trees, the diamonds rather, that actually suggest that you're on the trail or on the fire break. So let's continue down the trail here. So after a pretty long meandering hike across some hills and some sandy tracks and across some fire breaks, you finally get to this area on the other side of the preserve, which is Little Peachtree Rock's area. So I don't want viewers to be discouraged if you come out here. It is a pretty good little walk to get to Little Peachtree Rock. The rock outcroppings in the middle past the waterfall are not it. You got to keep going. Keep going through this very cool meandering path, and hopefully you'll have some nice topography to see like we did because of the recent burn in the area. There's Little Peachtree Rock. Hey guys, walk down there, the Little Peachtree Rock. No, go down the trail. That is a really neat rock to come out here and see. From ground to top, I would judge 15, 16 feet. But you know, this is neat for Midlands of South Carolina. So here, my son's beside me. He's down below me where I'm at. So you got an idea of the height variation on some of these hills. Some little steps down there. See, you can see that's a pretty neat rock formation.
It's like 3 of me. It's like 15.
I think it's more like 4.5 of you, but okay.
Oh, well, then there's 4.5 of me.
But yeah, I mean, these are neat rocks. For us guys from the flat country, I mean, this is a neat place.
Whoa! Cave! There's a cave!
So I'm above a cave, apparently. Oh yeah, nice little dugout.
It's a golem hole. He threw dirt on me.
Oh, I get it.
You could tell these two are related.
I just sand at you.
Now, if we were true South Carolina sandlappers, we would take a spoon and scrape some of that out, and we'd put it in a nice hot cup of water and mix it around, and we'd drink it to get some nourishment, because we'd be poor dirt farmers in the middle of summer, and we would need some food in our tummy. Thus the name sandlapper.
You worked at a museum, so
Got a spoon? Oh, wait.
Yeah, Peachtree Rock's pretty cool. Well, this is Little Peachtree Rock. So the original Peachtree Rock that's now toppled would have been wider than this rock and narrower at the bottom. But this is still an impressive formation. Yeah, you can see them standing there, and you can see the size of Little Peachtree Rock.
There you go.
It's little because it's smaller than the original, not because it's small.
I got you some.
It's neat.
You gotta drink it now. You said it.
Thing over there that has a bunch of work.
Yeah, these are really neat rock outcroppings. We were up there originally. We came down. I think the trail goes back around this way, guys.
Roar.
From this level, you can get the more of the fullness of Peachtree Rock when you come up on it. Little Peachtree Rock. All right, the trail seems to proceed this way. So on the way back, we followed a little meandering trail to the side, and we found what I'm going to call the hippie cave. But there are no hippies home. Hippies, don't be offended. You know you love this. And you knew if you were here, you'd probably think of this on your own.
No, they're not hippies.
But even the tree
He's a person.
has some
He's
artwork.
a weird looking person. Oh, it is?
And there are even some cave art. As though they were living here. I'm going to say that's a goat.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go with that's a goat.
Dog.
But yeah, the hippie cave. It's off the trail here at Peachtree Rock. I challenge you to find the hippie cave on your own. I'm not going to tell you where it's at, but it's a neat little place. Somebody
Why
had
are you
some,
gatekeeping it?
somebody had some really cool art ideas. And somebody says make art, not war. So I think my son and I learned that on our under the bridge trip
Make war.
at Hanging Rock. All right.